All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on my channel, Michael Martins FX, across all the socials. Michael Martins FX on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. If you are just joining us for the first time, I want to say welcome on board. And for those of us that have been joining us or that have been with us, I want to say congratulations. I am super excited for you guys. You hardly know what, so probably don't have an idea or clue of what you are getting. You know, some of these big companies that you go to, they'll tell you bring some thousands of pounds to come and learn how to trade. This is exactly or even more because I'm giving out everything I know, I've learned over the years. I have paid my dues, I paid thousands of pounds, okay, in this industry for me to get to this level that I am at this point. I have decided I'm going to give out this for free. So you have no clue. I know they say that what people don't pay for, they play with it. But I've decided I'm going to give out this for free, regardless. You will know the value of this by the time you finish this series, because we are on a series on this for those that have been joining us. Hence, I said congratulations to you all. We want to take those that do not have an idea of what Forex is from the basic to professional level. And those that actually, well, basically you have an idea, but you are struggling to be able to, connect all the dots together. Take you from where you are to the professional level. So congratulations across board, regardless of your circumstance or situation on this matter. Now, we've been discussing very important topics. And today we're going to discuss another very, very key topics. These topics, if you don't know this one, then just forget about Forex trading, okay? Because when you want to learn, when you want to trade, you want to know what size of lots you're going to be using, what amount of capital you're going to be putting in for particular assets that you are going for. And that term is what we want to discuss now, okay? So congratulations again. So if you have not subscribed to our channel, guys, I want to enjoin you to sign up on our channel, subscribe, like, and share. So that obviously turn up your notification button, so that bell rather, so that when YouTube can suggest this to others, and as many times you should suggest it, the more it helps our algorithm, isn't it? And it motivates us to do more with all our inner minds, essentially. So now let's dive into it, okay? Now let's go to our slide and see what we got for you today. I have something very interesting for you today, guys. Now you can see what is a lot and lot size. Guys, congratulations. I can't believe that we've gone this far. When we started from what is Forex, different market sections and all that stuff, some of you will be wondering, okay, how far are we going to go with this? And some of you that are keen to start learning, the advanced level, you'll be wondering. But then I want to say congratulations, because now we are going to the meat of Forex. We are gradually getting to the meat of Forex trading. Gradually. You cannot trade in Forex trading or Forex market without you understanding this topic. You can't dare try it. Hence, a lot of people, they gamble. Now, importantly, this topic is what will differentiate a gambler from a trader, a professional Forex trader. If you don't understand this topic, forget about it, I said. Okay? So let's go into it. Let's get to it. Let me grab my highlighter. In Forex trading, a lot is standardized unit of measurement that represent the amount of what currency being traded, i.e. buy or sell. We talked about, before I forget, remember to grab your pen, guys, and paper. I always tell you that pen and paper, always in my pen, I'm always in my paper. Okay, even right now that I'm shooting this, I'm preparing this, I'm always. So we did pipettes or points. We did pips before then. We did pipettes. Now we've done long, short, or flat. Today we are talking about lot sizes. So lot sizes, we said, is a standardized unit of measurement that represent the amount of money or currency being traded, buy or sell. Then we have what are the types of lots that we have. So which means before you go into the market, I've met so many people who ask me, okay, if I come to Forex market, what is that amount that I need to have that at least I can be earning maybe £100 a day or a week? What is that amount that I need to have that can be earning total amount of pounds or dollars a day or a week or a month? This is a topic that will help you to determine that, okay, as I have now, this is the amount I can afford to lose, and this is the amount I can afford to have as capital. The lot sizes enables you to know your capital. Nobody goes into business without having a capital. You know that, right? This is the topic that enables you to know what capital do you need for you to be able to earn, or for you to be able to say, this is the amount I want to lose before you take a position. That is the topic. Okay, this one. Right. There are 4 main types of lots in Forex market. We have the standard lot, we have the mini lot, we have the micro, and we have the nano lot. The standard lot, the mini lot, and the what? The micro and the nano. Standard, mini, micro, and what? Nano. Let's take one after the other. What is standard lot? Okay. Now, the goal of every trader, guys, the goal of every trader is to what? To get what? To standard lot size, because that is where the big money is. So if you want to start making money, right, big time money in Forex trading, you want to get a point whereby you're going to be using standard lots. But what we see is that people, they've come with nano lots, they want to start earning money as though they have standard lot size account. You see why I said that this topic is what is a make or break topic for you. You cannot come to Forex markets with standard with a nano lot size account or capital, and then you want to start making money at standard lot size capital. That's why people come to gamble. They think once you just bring 1,000 naira or 1,000 pounds or $1,000, then you want to start earning 100,000 in a month, even in a year, with your 1,000. No, it doesn't work like that. That is why you gamble. People gamble because they just want to make this quick money. First and foremost, learn the skill, have the knowledge, and then start from wherever you can afford and build gradually from it. If you can afford standard lot size accounts, go for it. If you can afford the mini, go for it. Macro, nano, go for it. But start the skill first. This is why this course is important. Okay? Now, what is standard lot? This equivalent to 100,000 units of the base currency. Remember, we talked about base quoted currency. Now, in this case now, example is, for example, trading one standard lot of Euro USD means that you are trading 100,000 euro, for instance, right? You are trading 100,000 euro, which means that what amount do you require for one standard unit of euro? Yeah? How much USD or dollars do you require to acquire one 100,000 units of the euros? So that is on standard lots. So the standard lots represent the 100,000 units of the base currency. I'll give a clearer explanation, okay? Clearer explanation. Just follow me, guys. What is mini lot? The mini lot equal to 10,000 units of the base currency. It's just like the explanation we have. This mini lot simply means 10,000 euro, okay? For a Euro USD example, it means you are trading 10,000 euro. So standard lots stand for 100,000 units of the base currency. Base currency is euro. And then what? Mini lot talks about 10,000 units of the what? Of the base currency. But when you talk about micro is talking about 1,000 units of the base currency. So when your account is a macro, in units, when you are trading, these pairs are quoted or quantified in a standardized measured in standardized version. And that standardized version is what we are talking about, units, the unit of measurement. So when you hear standard, the unit of the base currency that you have in the Forex market is 100,000 for standard lots. When your account is in the mini lot, it means that the unit of the base currency that you have is 10,000. If it's micro, the unit is 1,000. If it's nano, the unit is 100,000. So in this case, we are using euro because that is the structure currency pairs we are considering. Okay. If it's the other way around, USD euro is going to be USD. Okay. So take note of that. So it's not necessarily have to be euro. It depends on the base currency. In this case now, euro is the base currency. Euro is base currency. If you reverse it, if USD was the base currency, then it's going to be 100,000 units. $100,000 units and goes like that. Okay. Now, how does this correlate with your profits? So we talked about units. So what does this mean in terms of profits? Okay, now let's go to this example now. Okay, so on this table, we have standard lots, okay, we have mini lots, we have micro, we have macro, nano. Standard, mini, micro, and what? Nano. Now let's start with standard. So remember, we said standard lot represents 100,000 units of the base currency. So the base currency could be in Europe, it could be in USD, it could be GBP. So it depends on what it is. Okay. Now the volume, whenever you are trading and your account is in thousand, is a standard lot. Okay. Now the volume, what we expect you to be putting down as a lot size is 1 point. If your account is 100,000, it should start from 1 point. Okay, so that you have to take note of that. If it's 200,000, then 2 points. 300,000, 3 points. Yeah, should be the volume. That should be the volume. That should be your lot size. So your lot size should be what? 1 for 100,000. So if your account is 100,000, ideally your lot size should start from 1. I see people whose their accounts are basically maybe 6,000, and you see them, they are using 1 point standard lot as their lot size. You know what will happen is that if the trade goes against you, you are definitely going to see your account wiping off. This is why people gamble. That's why I said to you, people have a micro lot size account, but they want to be trading as though they have a standard lot. Okay, so you must take note of that. Okay, so now what does this signify? Don't worry, in next class we're going to be talking about recommended lot size for your account. What lot size should you be using? That's what we're going to be talking about in the next. That's why you cannot miss our next class. Then those of you that are asking me that, oh, if I have social account, or what account do I need to have for me to earn $100 a day, or for me to earn social amount, or if I have 1,000, what is the lot size I need to be using? That course, that session is going to explain every bit of that. We just don't want to jump the gun because we have a structure courses for these things, for these topics or questions. Okay. Now, for a standard lot, okay, what you need to be using is 1 point. Okay, that's supposed to be your lot size for a standard lot. Okay, so which means ideally, guys, from 11,000 or from 10,000 upward to 100,000, if your account up to 100,000 pounds, okay, I'm in UK, 100,000 pounds or dollars, what you should be using is 1 point. Okay, I don't want to go too much into this because we have a course for this. Okay, but I'm going to go into what should be your peak losses or profit that you should expect when you have 1 point as standard lot that you are using. Okay, for instance, for this account size, right? You are using lot size of 1. Okay, remember what is lot size? We said lot is a unit of measurement that represents the amount of currency, okay, being traded. Whether you are buying, it represents the amount of currency, whether you are buying or you are selling. So when I said to you, it just literally represents, it's a reflection of your capital in Forex. So you want to buy, we want to do a business, right? You want to understand how much you need to have for you to be able to buy that thing. And that is what we are talking about. So it's like a capital. But in the Forex, when you now have that capital, how much do you need to now put? What is the lot size you now need to use for that capital that you have? So, and then we want to talk about how much are you going to be losing every time. Remember, pips, we talk about pips. So anytime the trade goes against you by 1 pip, how much are you going to be losing and how much are you going to be gaining if it goes in your favor? Okay? So we said for standard lot, what you're going to be gaining or losing is £10 per pips or $10 per pips. Pardon me if I use pounds because I live in the United Kingdom, okay? So $10 or £10 per pips. That is what you're going to be gaining or losing. So if the market goes against you by 1 pip, is £10. If your stop loss is 200 pips, let's say for instance your stop loss is 200 pips, right? It means 20 times what? 10 is what? 2k. right? You are going to be losing if your account is standard loss. Take note of that. So if you want to be making, let's say for instance, £100 or whatever a day with standard loss, yeah, and you know that what you need, standard loss represents £10 per piece, which means you only need 10 times 10 pips to make £100 or dollars. So 10 times 10 is going to give you what? 100, isn't it? And it goes on like that. So you just need to be multiplying this by the number of pips that you are losing or you anticipate to win. So for a standard lot, you use 1 point as your standard, as your lot size, which is the volume, and then what? 10 pips, £10 per piece or $10 per piece, depends. Okay, and it goes like that. Let's look at meaning. Meaning represents 10,000. So what we are saying is that from 1,000, okay, to 10K, that is meaning. Your account size is meaning. Okay, your account size is meaning. That's what we mean. From 10,000, from £1,000 or dollars to 10K, that is a mini account. And what lot size or what volume is that? Volume is 0.1. What does it mean? It means that you're going to be losing 1 per pips or gaining 1 per pips. So in a case of 200, if your stop loss is 220 pips, it means that you're going to lose or potentially will lose $20 if that trade goes against you. If your take profit is 40 pips, it means you're going to be winning $40 if that trade goes in your favor. Micro stands for 1,000 units. Okay, so in this case, we are talking about from maybe $100 account to 900 or 1,000, okay, or 1,000 account size. So what does it mean? It means that you are going to be winning or gaining 10 cents, okay, per pips, 10 cents per pips. Does that make sense? So where this thing is 20 pips, yeah, where your stop loss is 20 pips times this, it means that if your trade goes against you, you're going to lose $2. You're going to lose $2. Does that make sense? If it goes in your favor, if your take profit is 40 pips, then you're going to be winning $4. Then we talk about nano. Nano represents 100 units. So in this case, we are talking about maybe from $1 account size to maybe $99 account size. Okay, so if the trade, so we are talking about lot size going to be, so if the trade goes against you, then for a 20 pips, you are going to be losing 2 cents. For a 40 pips, if it goes in your favor, you're going to be winning 4 cents. Hope that makes sense, guys. Okay, and in the next class, we're going to be talking about recommended lot size you should use for any of your accounts. Okay, and that's that. I hope this makes sense to you. Okay, don't worry, stick around. The next class is going to be very tight to this. I'm going to be literally repeating myself again in the next class, but obviously a clearer form, because that is not giving you what account size should be using for your account. But in this instance, I've just tried to explain to you what lot size means. So we have 3 different types. Okay, we have a mini, micro, yeah, mini. We have the standard, we have the mini, we have 4 rather. We have the standard, mini, then micro, then the nano. I wonder if people still trade the nano, right? So, but that's it, literally, guys. And I'm giving you the volume, the unit, the volume, and the pip size, how much you're going to be losing each time you lose, how much you're going to be gaining each time you gain for each of the accounts. So you will now determine how much, if instead of asking me, okay, how much do I need to have for me to win or gain £100 a week? Now, with this example, you'll be able to understand. Okay, but most importantly is that you cannot afford to gamble. If your account is a standard lot size account, don't go and be using, if your account is mini lot and lot size account, guys, don't go and be using one standard lot, because if that trade goes against you, you're going to potentially wipe your account. Like you say, for instance, now you have a 9K account, right? Let's say you have a 10K account, and you go ahead to use 2 one standard lot for your 10K account. Let's go back down a bit. Let's say you have micro account, which is a 1K account. What lot size should you be? I think I should be explaining this when we get to lot size, isn't it? But let me just give you a quick snippet. And then you should be using 0.1. And you go ahead to use 1 point for a 1K account. And you know that if you are using 20 pips, right? You know that if this thing goes against you for a 1K account, it's going to be 10 times 20, isn't it? Which is 200. 200 is already gone out of 1K. You have left with 800. Let's say you lose 2 times like that. 400 is gone. So you are left with 600. That's how they deplete the account so quickly. But if you are using the lot size that is, consistent with your account, which is 10 cents per pips, right? And with this say, with the 10 cents per pips for a 20 pips lot size, it's just £2 or $2. You see now, so you're just losing $2 or £2 instead of you losing 200, a whole 200 from a 1K account. See why people gamble? That's why it's important for you to understand these topics. But anyway, next topic, we're going to explain more. Thank you for your time, guys. Stick around. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe, turn off the notification bell, and share. Make sure as much as you can so that obviously YouTube can suggest more and then we can be motivated to do more. Until then, I will remain Michael Martins FX. I'll see you on my next slide.